welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It is your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my co-host, Viper Vet. Ali Gold is what we call him. He is subbing for Miss Morningstar while she enjoys her vacation with her family. I want to say in advance, thank you, Ali, for showing up and supporting us this morning.
That's
Truly
it.
appreciate you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Absolutely.
I hope she's enjoying her vacation because when she gets back, we're going to put her to work.
Yes, we are. We have some things planned for Miss Morningstar as well as the rest of us, but we have work to do when she gets back. So she needs to enjoy her vacation. I will be taking a mini vacation when she gets back, just a few days, but I'll be back. I'll be back maybe that Tuesday or Wednesday, but just a few days. We have to give time to our family because we spend so much time doing this that, and we have families, so we have to, spend time with that's what it's all about, is family. So I hope our sister's enjoying herself and the family's enjoying her presence. And she's actually present there, not worrying about anything besides her family. And that's how it's supposed to be when you go on vacation.
You go on vacation, you stay on vacation.
Well, I would love to stay on vacation, but, that's a whole nother story.
Maybe don't bring your work home. Don't bring your work home with you.
Yeah, that easier said than done, Ali. Easier said than done. But I want to say good morning to our Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee family. I hope you guys had your breakfast, had something delicious to eat. You drank your water. 16 ounces is the goal. 16 ounces is the goal just in the morning. And then you drink all day long. The goal is actually 64 ounces a day. Yeah. Gatorade's pretty good too, if you want to replenish your electrolytes. Yeah, that's pretty good, especially if you've been out in the sun and you've been sweating. Gatorade or the electrolytes it's pretty decent.
Yeah. Liquid IV.
Yes, liquid. I'm gonna take mine. No IVs for me, thank you. I'm good with all of that.
No, well, there's a packet called Liquid IV. You add it to your water.
Really?
Yeah, it has electrolytes in it and everything.
Oh, I hadn't seen that. Okay.
Yeah. But some people do IV.
Yeah, we found that out, with Diddy. That's why I said no IVs for me. I'm good. I'm good on all of that. All of it. I don't need it. But yeah, good morning, WKRA 92.7. Let's go ahead and hop into the wet. Well, no. We have to start. See how I'm so thrown off without Miss Morningstar being here to keep me straight. Anywho, let's go ahead and start with these positive affirmations. In place of it, I am stepping in. There's no replacing. I am stepping in for Miss Morningstar, and I'm going to be the affirmation queen for the day. So I have about maybe 5 positive daily affirmations that you should say to yourself. There's a song out, and it's called Affirmations, and I love it. There's a TikTok creator who kicks his leg out and does the dance. Oh my goodness, I watch all of them. He is hilarious. Anywho, I'll share them with you, Ali. I'm going to put it inside a Signal. So let's start with the affirmations. I am a strong, capable person. Facts. I have done difficult things in the past and I can do them again. Also facts. I have experienced challenges in the past and I am more resilient because of this. Absolutely. I am allowed to feel upset, angry, and sad sometimes. That's part of being human. You better say that, Don't stifle those feelings, feel them. And number 5, my personal boundaries are important and I am allowed to express my needs to others. I truly feel that one. Personal boundaries, personal space, all of that. I like to keep it separate. So I just wanted to do 5 little affirmations because we have a busy show today. We have Veterans Voice today, and we have leaders who mentor with our brother DC. So let's go ahead and hop into this weather. Okay, you guys want to know what the weather is? Hot. It is hot as hell. Hot.
You don't even want to give no numbers?
It's hot.
Okay.
It's hot. It's tears in your eyes. Lord, why is it so hot? I need a bottle of water. Where's the
It's a,
shade? Give me a hat. It is hot. That's what it is. It's hot in Holly Springs. It's hot in Memphis. It's hot in Houston. Holly Springs, you have a high today of 98, a low of 75 with a 6% chance of rain. It is not going to rain. It's going to be cloudy and sunny with winds out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour, a very small breeze. Hot. Humidity will be 58% in the morning, 83% in the evening. Grass pollen is moderate. Air quality is good. Mosquitoes are out and they're looking for you. Cover up. Memphis, Tennessee, another one. 95 degrees in the morning, 78 in the evening. 2% it's not going to rain. 2% chance it's not going to rain. Okay. Partly cloudy. Winds out of the west southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity in the morning is 52%, in the evening 75%. Grass uh, grass pollen is moderate. Air quality is moderate. Mosquitoes are on the hunt. Watch out for them. Hot Houston, hot as hell Houston. High today of 98. Feels like index is 104. The low is 80. This is very childish, and I'm very disappointed, Mother Nature. 2% chance of rain. It is not going to rain. Mostly sunny. The sun will be sunning today. Winds out of the south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Humidity in the morning is 47%, in the evening 78%. Air quality is good. The mosquitoes are out and about. They are jacking you for your blood. It's ridiculous. And the thing about this heat is this is the type of heat that will cause a stroke, a sunstroke. So if you are going to be outside, please put on a hat. Limit your exposure outside altogether. Drink you a ton of water. Trust me when I tell you. And try and get to a cooling center. I fear for our unhoused community because they are out in this heat, and there's no, hopefully they can find somewhere that they can go in and cool off, and that is my hope. That is my prayer for them because I thank God every day that I don't have to know what it feels like, but I feel for them. And if
and
you
if,
can, carry you a case of water so when you're driving
yeah.
around, you can pass that out to people.
And
Um,
if you're working outside too, you got to take your breaks. You got to take
you
your break.
better.
The hotter it is, the less you got to work, depending on what you're doing. If you're directly under the sun, you got to take your breaks. You got to hydrate. You
Hydrate.
when you feel thirsty, you are already dehydrated.
Yeah. When you feel thirsty.
Drink water even if you're not thirsty. And sometimes on the opposite side, if it's cold, people tend not to drink any water and think they're good. And you still could dehydrate in the cold. They
Yeah.
don't think, oh, it's cold, I won't dehydrate. Yes, you can. All
Yeah.
right. So if you're outside, make sure that you're hydrating and make sure you eat something too. You need the energy and you need the hydration.
Absolutely. That is a must. I know that when I drive by and I see people outside either cutting yards or doing construction, I'm baffled at how can they do that. But I know that their bodies get adjusted to being out in that heat. However, drink up, and even if you're just you're piddling around the house, keep that water intake going, because especially in these summer months, it can take you out. And a heat stroke is nothing to play with. It's just like a regular stroke. And it can have you in the arms of an angel. Well, it just depends on how good you are, because some folks they met their maker, the guy over Project 2025. He went to the arms of Lucifer last week. Good riddance. And
I mean, I guess he was waiting for a package or something. Why it take so long? Like, get on with it, you know?
yeah, get on with it, you know. But I do have some sad news to report, and I know everybody's seen it all over social media. But Malcolm
Speaking
Jamal
of
Warner,
vacation, right? Speaking of vacation,
passed away on vacation, 54 years old, a year younger than I am, swimming. So we don't really know the details. They just said it was an accidental drowning. And all I can say is my heart goes out to his family and his friends and his loved ones. You know, Malcolm Jamal Warner was a part of all of our childhood. You know,
Yep.
I grew up, he was like the little brother. He actually looks like my little brother. And he's a part of our childhood. And it's like losing a friend or a family member, because, you know, he graced our screen. You know, with Cosby was,
You grew up with him.
he grew up with him. Yeah. It's just sad, you know, gone too soon. And we all have an end date. Now, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off of it. I don't question God at all. No, I have faith. But I do question, how is it that my mama and my daddy are no longer with us? They're ancestors now. And that orange tyrant is still walking around. I think the Grim Reaper missed the mark. We knew when he announced that he's sick or whatever, did we misspell 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with Costa Rica? Did we mix it up? Because this ain't cool. Not Malcolm. Not Malcolm Jamal.
He didn't deport no immigrants. I don't think.
You know, Grim Reaper, I know you listening. His name is Donald John Trump, aka the man with the dead hand.
Well, he got some enlarged ankles and then some
cankles.
Some hand, yeah, some cankle. He's got cankleitis.
Cankleitis.
Got some hand thing going on, like busted veins or whatever that is. But yeah, so he may be playing, you know, hide and seek right now, you know. So
I mean, he's doing something. I mean, I'm thinking that during the day, you know, he'll come out and do a few press conferences. Him and his catheter, they'll come out and do a few press conferences. But then at night, you know, yeah, get plugged back in. You know.
Speaking of IV.
I mean,
speaking of IV, see how
IV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a reason behind that. Now, y'all know good and doggone well, if they release this man's medical records, it must be really, really bad. For them to release it, nah. I know it was a distraction to get them off of them files, and they're releasing MLK files. We don't care nothing about MLK files. That's not what we asked for. MAGA, somebody tell Frumpy that MAGA is not going to be happy about them MLK files. That's not the files they want. They were looking for the other files. It's the letter between D and F. That's what they were looking for. So somebody might need to tell Frumpy Bear that those aren't the files that people were looking for. His base don't even like black people, so they don't care nothing about the MLK files. What they want are those other files. I don't know. What else? What else did I know? Oh, today it's estimated that due to Frumpy Bear's tax plan, the U.S. debt will be $3.4 trillion over the next decade.
That's why they wanted to raise the debt ceiling, right? They want a rule when, I mean, so if this is making America great again, right? Comma, dot, dot.
I don't know if this is gonna make America anything other than broke again. This doesn't make America great. This makes America broke.
Well,
Uh,
he bankrupt all his businesses.
well,
So
he does what I mean. This is what he knows how to do. Gets gets handed the golden ticket and fumbles the bag every time. I mean, how many of us? Let's just be honest. How many of us have had the opportunity to actually have millions of dollars and fumble it and lose it time after time after time? How I just don't understand why people still keep giving this man money. Why do they keep betting on this white horse and it gets them nowhere? But I guess we'll never know.
it,
One
it, it
day,
it's, it's giving some of those people who are so desperate a little bit of hope, even if it's a lie, and they're gonna suck on and grab on and hold on to it, even if it's a lie, and they're just gonna reel in it, right? Give you the next lie, they believe the next lie, and they don't realize the con game.
yeah, it's lie after lie after lie, and they set him up. Well, I won't say they set him up. Uh, they set. Oh, you're holding. They set the they set his base up. He set his base up for failure. His
Mhm.
base. I'm sorry, Shawan. I need to drop you down. His base actually thought that being with him would get them some sort of, I don't know. Um, put your Ollie, put your phone on mute, please. The one that's on TikTok, drop it down to mute. His base thought that being with him, if I support a rich man, it's going to get me closer to being rich. It's not. It's not. It doesn't get you any closer. It just shows you how mediocre and silly you are for thinking that you actually had a chance of doing something other than being mediocre. All you had to do was go to school. Go to school, learn a trade. You don't even have to go to school. Learn a trade and go work. But no, you thought that, oh, I can be mediocre and I'm a vote for this man and his success will help me with my white supremacy. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. What it does is it continues to hurt you. And there's really nothing that we can do about it. MAGA is going to have to, they're going to go through the motions and they're going to have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and do whatever kind of mental, what do you call it, deprogramming or, you know, they
It's gonna be a lot of counseling going on, right?
a
It's gonna
lot
be
of
a little
counseling.
mental health is gonna be like the provider is gonna be needed.
Your your sound is really bad on the radio right now. I hear static. Not even static. You sound like you have like a violin and it's up and down, up and down. So hopefully that'll clear up. But yeah, they're gonna have to do some sort of, first they got to do some soul searching and figure out that why do I hate people so much that I voted and ruined my own life. And then after that they'll have to deal with it. Buckle up, Buttercup. That's all I can tell you, MAGA. Buckle up because it's gonna be a fun ride. Let me tell my guests on TikTok. Thank you for the guests that are listening in on YouTube. Thank you for the guests that are listening in on TikTok. When we're on TikTok, we aren't taking any guests during this session. We're just doing the behind the scenes to, show everybody what we do as far as the radio. I'd love to bring you up, but that's for our Saturday show when we aren't on the radio. Um, Last thing I wanted to talk about is the officer. I refuse to say his name, but the officer that unalived Breonna Taylor only got 33 months. Yeah, 33 months. That's what a young black woman's life was. That's, retribution for taking her life. I prayed that her family actually is suing the state, the city, the state, everybody, because this was uncalled for. And her nephew that was in there with her when this happened, I hope that young man is getting the help that he needs. It's horrible, and they know it's horrible, but they don't care. 33 months. The Trump administration wanted to give him 1 day. That, I find myself not surprised, but just taken aback at the sheer hatred of it all. You hate Black people that much that you know that this man, these officers came in and unalived this young lady, and you wanted to give him 1 day. It's sad. Ali, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Why advertise with Our Plugs, LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion. Perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion. Customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo. Gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms, YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs, LLC. www.ourplugs.com.
Welcome to Morningstar Boutique, where the sun is shining and the style is all about you, your beauty, confidence, and individuality. Whether that's your perfect summer dress, a chic jumpsuit, or outfit you didn't know you needed, we've got you. Stop by ourplugs.com and check us out. We'll see you soon.
And I'd like you to do one more thing for me. Hold up 2 fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Tumblers for every personality. For the men, smoking trays and cutting boards. For the women, flower jewelry and honeybee coasters. Tic-tac-toe and dominoes. Sneakers, sneakers, sneakers. Sparkle Luxe keychains and trinket trays. Head over to ourplugs.com and receive a special coupon code for $7 off $35.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does? We give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. So while we were on break, we were talking about the young man who got assaulted by a police officer today. I haven't had a chance to actually do a deep dive, to actually have a true conversation with you guys. So I will have that information tomorrow, because I am going to look into that story. I just wanted to acknowledge and pray for that young man, because nobody deserves this. And we are so tired. We are tired of law enforcement, quote unquote law enforcement, who's supposed to serve and protect, attacking us. And it's brutal. He broke the man's window. The window didn't come down. That's the first thing he said. My window doesn't come down. And he broke the man's window and punched him in the face. What part of your training tells you that that's how you apprehend? And it's for a traffic stop. He hasn't unalived anybody. He hasn't robbed anybody. He hasn't hurt anybody, because he didn't have his lights on at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, in the day.
In the daytime. I don't turn my lights on either in the daytime. Why would I? I mean,
Some lights are automatic. they
Yeah.
flick on or they moderate on how the light. It's
When it's dusk.
that was a reason to pull him over. Okay, that was a he wouldn't have pulled anybody else over.
That's what the
But
young man
that's a
said. He
reason to
said,
pull him over.
it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's light outside. Why would I have my light? Why would I have my lights on? Just, they get on this power trip. Like, you got to do what I say. Sir, I cannot wait until y'all have to face your maker for all the evil, corrupt things that you have done. You may not find justice. We may not get justice here on earth, but everybody has an end date. And baby, when you go talk to the Lord, I hope he pulls it all up and says, what why? What were you thinking? And it's really going to be hard for you. You know why? Because Jesus is black. Jesus is black. While y'all sit up here doing all this, that, and the third, y'all got to go talk to this black man when you leave this earth. And all that evil stuff that you've done, you got to go explain it to this black man. If it were me, this is why God didn't give me the responsibility. Because if it were me, heaven would be Chocolate City. Anywho, Ali, let's go ahead and get into Veterans Voice. I know today is your day to shine. So I'm going to turn the helm over to you.
Listen, I wanted to surprise you before you started, but I said I'm gonna let it roll. But I'm gonna do a different thing, right? I have some stuff for the veterans, but I want to start with a positive note, and then I'm gonna end with a note that's not so positive. There are people who support the oath of the Constitution, and then there's some people that don't, right? So we're gonna leave that to that's gonna be the last part of it. But I want to change a little bit, right? I was on TikTok scrolling through these TikTok streets. I saw a young lady, and guess what, Kitty? I'm not sure if you saw it. I tagged you, but let's see if you saw.
My name is Tamia Akers. I just graduated high school 2 months ago, and I turned 18 years old a month ago. I am attending the Howard University located in Washington, D.C. I'm on the pre-law track, which means I am majoring in political science with a minor in business administration and then attending law school. My end goal is to become an attorney, and I just got back from shadowing at a prosecutor's office, so it was a very fun and interesting day, and I'm so grateful and so happy for everything. One of my college goals is to just be very outgoing and to just do things I wouldn't normally do, like going out of my comfort zone, but I'm so excited, and I'm really sure of myself and the decisions I'm making, and I can't wait to just make it out on the end and say that I did this. So if you guys see this video, go ahead and just remind yourself, like, why you're doing stuff, why you're reaching for these goals. I believe in you, and you got it. Goodbye.
That's good. That's awesome.
This was going to be my daily affirmations, right?
Yeah.
But since you had it, I said, I'll let you go. But this is Tamia Akers. She just graduated high school. She's going to, she's doing internship. I heard her. She's going to be a lawyer, and she wants to be a lawyer that look out for the civil rights of folks, right?
I love it.
I was scrolling through, and sometimes you see videos, and then guess what happened? The story takes a turn.
Her story.
My name is Tamia Akers. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry. So during the school year when I was in high school, we obviously had all the dates and celebrations for kids going to college or kids going into trades, and I selected Howard as my school. But after, the passing of the big beautiful bill, I can no longer afford schooling there, even though it was so my dream to go, which has put me in a really uncomfortable position. I can't even take out the loans I needed to take out, and I have to pivot last minute and find another school to attend. I just want to say that this was so much bigger than choosing a leader. It impacts students, kids, families, and workers, and it is just heartbreaking. And it doesn't feel like I did everything for no reason. It just feels like I had this whole plan and it was matched from literally my own hands. And so I have to switch schools, and I know I didn't fail, but it kind of feels like that because that's where I was supposed to go, and I was meant to go to Howard. And you can't tell me that I wasn't smart enough, or I wasn't talented enough, or I wasn't meant to be there, because I was, and that's why I got accepted. It literally has a 35% acceptance rate, and it's in Washington, D.C., so it's basically a Black Ivy, and I was meant to be there, but it's not something I can afford. And when you open up the FAFSA website, or you open up emails from your colleges, they're literally warning you guys to not take out the loans. You're not going to have your loan forgiveness. You're not going to be able to take out as much as you need, to the point where kids can't afford education. And this is not a problem for the rich of the rich. It's a problem for us. My family is working class, and I only got adopted when I was 13, so they had 13 years that we were behind on. They were not planning on taking in a bunch of kids and sending us to school, and it's something that's literally not possible. I am calling today to get my school switched, and I don't like to cry, but it's just genuinely heartbreaking that I was supposed to do all these things and go to the school and go find my people, and I can't do that now because of the leaders we elected and thought were going to protect us. And it's so much bigger than the one person in charge. It is everyone. It is a collective effort of silence. And it's just, I don't think a lot of people understand that education is a tool to advance people, and the lack of education is a weapon. They want us uneducated. They want us not being able to afford school. They want us not paying attention in class. They want us distracted. And just watching the world let this happen is really heartbreaking. I'm just genuinely broken about this whole thing, and I just want it to be something bigger than what I came from, and I know I still am, and choosing another school is great, and I'm so grateful to have other options where I'm not going to leave school with debt because of what I did and the activities I participated in and how I kept my grades up. But it's like there are kids out there that are worse than me right now. There are kids who don't have money to go to school at all, and there's nothing we can do for them. They can't take out their loans. They can't go get their degrees. It's like they're literally trying to do everything in their power to take things away from us, and nobody asked them to do that. Nobody asked anyone to do that, so I don't know why it's happening. Yeah. So basically, there's my little rant, and I was thinking about it for literally weeks, and now I have to actually do it, and I'm just...
This poor baby. This is heartbreaking.
So once again, this is Mia Akers, A-K-E-R-S. She was excited to go off to the Howard University in Washington, D.C. to follow her dreams to become a lawyer, an attorney.
Yeah.
And when that big passed, it impacted a lot of people, and she was directly. It was devastating. You hear her voice, you hear how articulate she sounds, and you could just imagine if you give her more tools in life to go forward and do things. You could just imagine the impact she's going to make on other people.
Yeah, she's going to be very impactful.
Right, and so before you get on this. I'm going to lift your spirit a little bit.
Here again. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for the love, compassion, and support you guys have all shown me. A few days ago, I posted a video about how distraught and heartbroken I was about not being able to afford Howard University due to the steep price that initially has to be paid, as well as the legislation and bills being passed to actively create barriers for people like me and people not like me. I did start a GoFundMe. Well, my little sister actually did. I was very hesitant to, and I have a hard time asking for help. So that is up. It is linked in my bio. My little sister placed it there, so you guys can click on the link. Thank you guys so much for everything. We're raising a lot of money, and I'm so happy and just so blessed, and I want to thank you guys for all of that. I am going to be dropping a few informational videos about the specifics of the Big Beautiful Bill in regards to Pell Grants, undergraduate loans, and graduate loans. That means for me and for other people. If you guys didn't know, I am on the pre-law track, which means I'm majoring in political science with a minor in business administration, with plans of attending law school and becoming an...
So she's on a pre-law track. Remember, she said it was a 35% chance of you getting to Howard University.
Yeah.
So I looked at her page. She does poetry. She does debates. She's not just, she's doing things, right? Let me finish this part up and then I'm going to show you something.
Attorney, which is why I've been so stressed about finances, because I know I have years of school ahead of me and I want to make smart moves to advance myself. So yeah, I find it ironic that that's the video that blew up when literally the work I've been wanting to do is in politics and with law. So I find that really interesting. Thank you guys so much for your help and engagement, and I'm so happy and just blessed to have all of you. Thank you so much.
That is good.
And so
Future leader.
her goal was 64K when I saw the video. I think it was maybe at, it was at 40 something, and then I checked back the day after, and then she's at 94K and going, right? So people are responding. I did a video on my TikTok trying to encourage people to go check her out, follow her, send her messages. If they can donate, go ahead and donate and support her. These are the people that we electing and protect.
Yeah,
she's
Ali,
not
Ali, your sound on the radio, it's in and out. So we gotta, because they can't hear you. You're like, so I don't know. Switch it up.
Yeah, maybe it's the. I'm gonna see if the microphone can be.
Yeah, I think it may be the microphone. But you're right. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, they were only hearing like every other word, but. What Ali is saying is this young lady, these are the people that we need to step behind and support and help to get into these colleges. You know, we know what he's going to do. So it's up to us. If $5, $10, if it's enough of us, it makes a difference. Trust me, it does. Ali, you got it straightened out?
Let's see if is it better now?
That's a lot better.
Okay. Yes. So these are people that we need to have in tech, and it's not a veteran, but I just it just hit me, and let me put a video there, and I try to do like a news type thing, and I put it on my TikTok, tag a few people, so hopefully it could get out to a lot of people, or even the right people to help her out. I tagged some folks that I know that are in Washington D.C. I even tagged Jasmine Crockett, but first she's 18. Did you hear the articulation and the vision she has? She's 18. She's a foster child. She's coming from struggle. She didn't have a gold spoon to eat with, right? She's gonna do great things, right? So Tamia Akers, if you want to go to GoFundMe and check it out and support her, do that. Go on TikTok as well. You know, send her a message. Share some of her videos, give her the support, give her a follow. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, wow. She has more videos, but I won't play it. But like I said, you know, go on her stuff. You know, if you want to check my page out, I have a thing that I did some more stuff on her. You know, she was so happy when she graduated. You don't even know. She was laughing, and then like you saw the video I played, and she's like, well, you know, you kind of felt it, you know. So I don't know. That's what it is. But so
I love her.
Any thoughts before I move on? Because you were up and down. You had a roller coaster.
Yes. Ali, go ahead and go on mute because it's echoing on my side. But I love her story. I love her resilience, and you know, it's heartbreaking because we have our kids and we tell our kids go to school and get good grades. And when you go to school and get, hey, Miss Morningstar, when you go to school and you get good grades, that's all you have to do. When you get those grades, you're going to go to school, you know, and she did her part. And even though she did her part, here we go. This big, beautiful bill is affecting all of us, including kids whose parents were in the armed forces. I know firsthand, my daughters are having to come off more than I had to for them to go to school. For my grandson to go to school. He's touched. Everything he touches, he turns to crap. And it's not fair. Imagine being 18 years old, going 12 years of school and getting great grades. And this baby was in foster care. And she still made the cut to go to Howard University. I have a friend that went to Howard, and she was probably one of the smartest young ladies that I went to school with. It's not easy getting into Howard. I know firsthand. I applied. No. No. However, I'm so proud of this young lady, and I'm so glad that she reached out, and the community is saying, okay, baby, we got you. I'm on a fixed income, but I got $5 extra. If 50,000 people, $5, oh girl, it's set. This is what we have to do. We don't have a choice but to help each other, because as we know, that big back bill of BS it's not going to help anybody. And tomorrow we will be touching on that. We have a treat. We have a young man, his name is Attacking the Ignorance, who will be joining us, and he's going to come every third Wednesday of the month and go through the bill. And he's a smart young man, and he's going to break it down for us, what to expect and when to expect it. Let's go ahead, Ali. Thank you so much. This was a great story. Thank you for sharing. Did you want to get on veterans, or did you?
I have one story to talk about.
Okay.
So
Army is reportedly investigating an apparent incident.
So this is a story. It still got me hot, and I'm trying not to focus because I saw another video or post that somebody made. This is a drill sergeant in basic training. They're training the troops. This is a drill sergeant in basic training that has a ultra MAGA flag. This is placed in the bay where the soldiers sleep, and they have a big MAGA flag. And so now he is having the soldiers do push-ups, burpees. This is when it's called smoking. This is when maybe somebody did something wrong. Somebody showed up late, didn't have the right uniform, so they smoke, or they give exercise or punishment to everyone. So they're doing push-ups, burpees. And he's doing that while he's recording it to post on TikTok. And so he posted that up. He's under investigation. So this talks a little bit about and then we can talk about it. And I saw another drill sergeant posting up a promotion picture and putting Donald Trump and hashtagging. They're not supposed to do that. It's against the rules. It's against DOD policy. You cannot be you cannot take a political side. You cannot be political in uniform. So let's listen to a little bit of this.
The politically motivated hazing that happened within its ranks, and we're going to show you the video in just a sec. This is, for many people, I have to imagine, that are worried about the...
You good?
Wow. So that was really loud.
Yeah, I'm turning it down. Yeah.
Okay.
I realize that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Being used by Trump to do things that they shouldn't do. This is exactly the sort of thing we don't want to see normalized. Take a look. Yeah, and so you can see right there, they're being forced to do these push-ups, which is probably pretty normal for them, but with this is ultra MAGA flag. This isn't like a guy brought in his hat, which would be wrong and against the rules. You're not allowed to do that, the red hats. But he had a flag, and it's up there. How long was it up there? What else was going on around the putting up a flag like that from this person who apparently has authority over all of these young soldiers? Well, that person appears to be Sergeant Thomas Mitchell, a drill sergeant who took to TikTok to post that video. So didn't just do it. It's like, give me cred in MAGA for doing.
Wait till you see what he did after he got caught.
This thing I'm not supposed to do. And so if you don't know how the military works and why this is a big deal, well, the Army strictly prohibits partisan political displays in uniform or on federal property. You are simply not allowed to do that. The military is supposed to be apolitical, which is why soldiers are not supposed to go in uniform to like rallies and those sorts of things. It's why Donald Trump got in, to the extent that he can get in trouble, for doing a vicious partisan speech in front of soldiers that were just graduating. That's not how the military is supposed to work. The military does not serve one politician or one party. It serves the American people and the Constitution that governs us. And that drill sergeant knows that. They know what the rules are. They decided to break those rules. Again, not just in putting the flag up, but posting it on social media to get cred on the right. That's what they decided to do. And they're apparently sticking with that because the video was deleted. And then Sergeant Mitchell posted a second video showing the same location with the flag removed and the caption, "Cry about it."
Yeah. You're on mute. You're on mute. Let me get you off.
So he just wants to get stripped of all of his of everything, right? Take his rank, take his money, get him up out of there. Get him up out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good.
Yeah.
So we have an echo, Ali. We have an echo. Let me mute everybody and see if that helps, because for whatever reason, is that better? Yes, that is a lot better. Okay.
Yeah, it seems. And then we have another drill sergeant that posted hashtags and Donald Trump dancing while they're in uniform. You have to be apolitical. So these people are not following the rules. And this is disgusting. Apart from him hating the military.
Yeah. You know, go ahead and go on mute. Go ahead and go on mute. It seems to me that they all hate the military, you know, and Keg's breath is probably going to, step in, because I can see Frumpy coming and saying something to him about it. But I can't be surprised. Some of these people are so far gone. Let them stay. You can't save everybody, and that's what I'm learning. So let's focus on the ones that we can, save and deal with, and let the ones who don't want to comply, let them go on. We have too much to do, and we don't have a lot of time to do it in. We are behind the 8 ball on getting organized and getting our people back into a place where we feel comfort and we feel safe. And right now, white supremacy is ruling. And we even have a couple of people who are people of color who are so lost they can't even see that they're tap dancing for white supremacy. So I say leave them there and let them eat cake. Whatever's going to happen to them is going to happen to them. Let's stay focused on us. I can't fix stupid. It's not my job. I've never been a trash lady, ever. Let's go ahead and bring Ali. Go ahead, and if you can, remove all of the videos, and then fix your mic if you can, and let's bring DC and Reggie onto the stage. I'll bring them up. You go ahead and fix that. Let's add DC to the stage and Reggie to the stage. Hey guys. Hello.
Hey team. How's everybody today?
Wonderful morning.
Hey DJ Katie, hey Ali, Gold, hey Daryl, how's everybody doing? KWRA listening audience.
Yes, everybody. I'm doing well.
Wonderful.
I think we're all doing pretty good. Just going through the motions of a Monday. I'm sorry, a Tuesday. But I'm glad to see you guys. I know our topic today is, I think this is our last series on Civil War. Are we in Civil War now, or are we going to continue after today? Because we've had 3 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, when we get into it, it just gets deeper and deeper. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today, and the irony of Ali's topic, it just parallels where I wanted to get into. Sometimes the Civil War, we think about the violent aspect of war. But what I want to talk about today is the war on our freedoms, our liberties, and our opportunities. And what Ali brought up today about the big, beautiful bill, it just harkened to that young lady's story. What's going on with the funding, the schools, Pell Grants, you know, in our community, we've used avenues such as Job Corps, which is under assault. We've used the military, which is also under assault, and college has been our avenues out of poverty. And all of those avenues are currently under assault, full on assault. Um, as part of the big beautiful bill, and I know you have attacking the ignorance is coming on to kind of digest some of that, but some of the pieces that I wanted to talk about. Um, Trump has now mandated that HBCUs teach what's called a 1776 initiative, and what that's supposed to do is impart patriotism into the curriculum of HBCUs. Now, I mean, I'm no rocket scientist, but I think we all know that in 1776, our folks were still enslaved, right?
Yeah.
So just the audacity to even name an initiative, the 1776 initiative, to be, or it's actually called the 1776 Commission, which is supposed to provide a patriotic education within the confines of the HBCU experience.
My thing.
Also, go ahead. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. No. Go. Keep going.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, as part of the big beautiful bill, uh, they've limited the amount of funding that you can get through Pell Grants, and the deferrals of student loans is now a no go. Which the young lady said that the schools are now warning students that if they take FAFSA loans, that they will be on the hook for it. And we've known here lately by the latest news that they're going to start enforcing default student loans by garnishing wages. So we can use that as a launch off to get everybody else engaged. But I'd like to get feedback on that.
Well, my take is they are continuing to hurt the American people. That's the only feedback that I have. Honestly, Ali, DC, it's all about hurting the American people. It's not about helping a single soul. Nothing that he has introduced, nothing that any of the Republicans have introduced since January is here to help anybody. It's only the harm.
What the success they had was winning the election because the populace is uneducated. So if that is true, why not make more people uneducated so you could keep power?
Not only that, Ali, go ahead and go back on mute because I get the echo when your mic is open. But not only that, they are trying to institute where our children in elementary school can start being indoctrinated into working the fields, and they have it. That's why they want to make it all Christian, so they'll make these kids go out there and pick the fruits, and because they've gotten rid of all the immigrants, so they want kids. And they said start them. Have you guys heard the phone conversation between Kevin McCartney and Mitch McConnell? Have you guys heard that? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I need to send this to you. It's going to blow your mind. They are talking about deportation, getting our kids, our children, starting from first grade all the way up until they graduate, so they'll be adjusted to working in the fields. Listen to this. And they said, Kevin McCartney says the black people won't do it. Oh boy, Mitch McConnell said yes, but the white people will. So now I need white people to understand. They know we ain't picking up nothing. But white, they plan on getting white kids. If you're poor, it's enslavement. We need to take a quick commercial break. We're about 2 minutes over. Let's hold our thoughts because I know you guys want to come back and answer that. Let's take a quick commercial break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tori G, owner and founder of Say Something Tees, a statement t-shirt company. I got into this business by mistake, but the mission was no accident. As a Black female-owned brand, we do more than just sell shirts. We make statements. Our designs spark conversation, sometimes shady, sometimes in your face, but always bold. From the 92% collection, honoring Black women who always show up, to Dear Black Woman, a love letter to our strength and resilience. Our tees empower, uplift, and keep it real. Because at Say Something Tees, we believe your shirt should speak before you do. Shop Black-owned, shop with a purpose. Find us at www.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational, strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
Opal May Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skin care in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opal May Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection. We have our fellas on the panel today. We have Viper Vet, Ali Gold with the Veterans Voice. We have DC and Reggie, our leaders who mentor. And we're having a very interesting conversation. We left off at, I think, Reggie, were you wanting to speak or was it still DC?
Thank you, DJ Kitty. Yes, I, in response to DC's, Brother DC's prompt, it just doesn't seem to me that they're factoring in the reality that people, especially in this moment, are very fixated on their ability to be free and to choose, to navigate their own destinies. And so again, to DC's prompt, I think that I know that this is going to provoke. I mean, we just saw, and these were allegedly immigrants who shot a Border Patrol officer who was not on duty at the time, but they shot him in his face. Okay. This is where we in New York.
Did they unalive him?
No, he survived, but this is the temperament this is what you get when you poke the bear. You get a reaction, you get a violent reaction, you get a dangerous reaction. And it seems to have escaped a vast majority of people that of the fact that we're animals. we're the top of the food chain, but we are animals. And so understand that when you press someone and you force them into a corner or into a situation where they feel they have no other option, they will attack. It will become violent.
I mean, it's like cornering a grizzly bear, and you have children. You can't think for 1 second that people are just going to sit back and be like, okay, well, this is what our government's telling us to do. So
when you threaten people's ability to survive, okay, then it's either you or me.
Yeah.
You mess with the bull, and you get the horns, right?
And DC knows all about that. He just saw running of the bulls up close and personal. So, I don't know what they're thinking. These are a bunch, in my opinion, and this is for TikTok and TikTok educational purposes only. WKRA, these are opinions of DJ Kitty and the crew. These are mediocre men who had nothing going on in their lives except they had money. So they hooked up with the other mediocre men who had money, and they hate everybody because how are these people who had nothing so happy? How are these people who were given nothing are so successful? They hate to see us coming. And then they realize that it's a lot of them who didn't fall for the okie doke, and they're actually educated themselves. They have businesses. They're going to thrive. They're going to make it. But then they look back at their own and they see toothless bandits, Bethany's, and Todd, who can't get off the couch. I'm just saying. Go ahead, DC. Did you have something you wanted to add, hon? You're on mute, DC.
Yeah, just to keep it going. I know Allie and myself are both veterans, and it's my understanding that they're looking to change the way the promotions happen. We know that they're changing the shaving standard. All of this stuff is coming down from Hexeth because they know minority men, we experience what's called pseudo folliculitis, where we can't shave. It's extremely painful to shave. And all of these things that are going to be made and created to be barriers for advancement, they're just setting the stage, for us to be limited in our opportunities. Like you said, they want a uneducated working class,
That's it. They don't want
slaves. Let's just keep
slaves.
Keep it above.
They don't want people who are educated and can critically think and make
intelligent decisions.
Yes, make intelligent, critical decisions that will help other people. What they want is a bunch of people who will sit back and be, yes, a massa. No, you're not gonna get that here. And I don't know what the military is thinking. Y'all can't fight. Y'all know y'all need people of color. Y'all cannot fight. I don't care what you say. That's why you had to come and you had to let our Black soldiers back in what was World War II to actually come to your rescue because y'all can't fight. I'm not saying that those who passed on didn't pass. Rest in peace, but y'all still can't fight. Y'all need people of color.
Yeah, I mean, and just to your point, DJ Kidder, to be the truth about it is that even when the colonizers came, it was disease and sickness that unalived all of the warriors, all of the male leaders, and they basically came in on the heels of sickness and disease, and that is when they basically. But it wasn't a situation where they came over from Europe or wherever it is that they came from and basically stood toe to toe with the strongest with the strongest and the mightiest of men and dominated. That did not happen. History shows that. So again, yeah, it was a set of circumstances that just turned out to lean in their favor. And
and let's be honest. The initial settlers were throwaways. They were the criminals. They were the
worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst.
Exactly.
So it's not like you sent your brain trust to the new world to develop the new world. No, you sent your criminals. You sent your unalivers. You're infested, disease infested. You sent them out of the European continent to come to the new world.
And I haven't done the research. DC, maybe you have, but I just, just in my own deducement, I think that the sickness and disease, they may have brought the sickness and disease
They,
with them in their
it
own.
came from
Oh,
them.
absolutely.
Exactly. And so that is what ended up creating that domino effect that gave them the advantage.
They gave them blankets with, what was it, smallpox?
Yeah,
They, you know,
absolutely.
it's. I've never met a group of people who do so much unaliving and death and destruction and blame everybody else. No accountability, no, that's why they don't want to give reparations. They figure if we give reparations, we are admitting that we did something wrong. You did something wrong. That's why nothing that you touch prospers. Until you do right by the African American Black people, this country, it had to happen. This had to happen. And you can't do a group of people as dirty as you have done for almost 500 years and think that you were going to be okay. There's no way. There's absolutely positively no way that you could think that that would happen.
It goes
And
against nature.
it does. It doesn't happen. Reggie, we talk about this all the time. What you put out into the universe, you get back.
What you plant is what you produce. It's just a simple law of nature.
I can't
You
go.
can't, it doesn't even, it's not mysterious. People talk about karma. Okay, fine. You can use that framework if you like, but it is literally as simple as what you plant. When you put something in the ground, that you put in the ground will multiply and grow and produce more than what you planted. That's natural law.
It's nature. That's nature. I can't go and plant tomato seeds and expect cucumbers. I can't.
And
if I'm planting hate, I'm going to get hate.
Multiply. Because when you plant tomato seeds, you get a vine of tomatoes. You don't just get one tomato. You get a whole crop.
Absolutely.
That's the point.
I will say this, they always, the people, MAGA people and some other people who are racist, they say, oh, well, that was so long ago. That wasn't me. I didn't do it. The sins of my father.
We don't have to do anything to you.
The sins of my father. You will not prosper. You may have all the money in the world, but you are the unhappiest people we see. We hear all of these people who decide to, do away with life. And you're like, why would you do that? You have so much going on. They're unhappy.
They hate themselves.
Hate themselves.
Why was VP Harris cackling so much?
Because we were laughing at you. Y'all got set up for the okie doke. This had to happen. Although it is hard to watch and it's hard to stomach that we are here in America today watching this debauchery and watching people of color, our brown brothers and sisters, being treated like animals, worse than animals. If animals were being treated like this, there would be an uproar all over the world. PETA would be all involved. If they put dogs and cats in the cages like they're doing, these people, human beings, they would have PETA, they would have all kinds of people coming in trying to rescue them. Okay? But here we are, because they're brown people, you're on your own. And to my brown brothers and sisters, I hate to come at you and say this to you, but we tried to tell you this.
But see, the animals were eating the animals when he said Haitian people were eating the cats and dogs. So the worst of us are eating the pets, and we should protect the pets and get rid of the Haitians, revoking their legal status and then deporting them.
Well, I'm going to say this about the Haitians. Now, I don't really touch on Haitians that much because I have much respect. But to my Haitian brothers and sisters, when that man made that statement about Haitians eating cats and dogs, and then you decide to deport them, please leave them Haitians alone. No, I'm going to say this. My Haitian brothers and sisters, do your big one.
Keep planting those seeds. Keep planting those seeds.
And then not only did they snatch him up, but they sent him to Louisiana. Do y'all know what's in Louisiana? Do y'all know
Well, yeah. I mean, the crazy part about how to get a mass of people to discount a person's humanity is to first dehumanize them. When you dehumanize them, it makes it easier
Yep.
to discount them. So when you say a human is eating a cat or a dog, we already know how they feel about their pets.
Exactly.
So I've dehumanized you. I've made you less than human by saying that you're doing something that is, in my book, a bridge too far. You're not like us, in their words. You're not American, in their quote unquote mental picture. So you're not human. You don't deserve anything that equates to what a human deserves to have. And that's how they do it, and they do it to the black community all the time.
All the time.
They do it to us all the time. The black on the first thing they'll say, "What about black on black crime?"
What about white on white crime?
What about it?
Say that.
Let's talk
Those are
about
the
it.
biggest criminals in the country. It ain't
Absolutely.
black people.
Yeah, and like I said, we as black people, we know that normally when there's some violent act within the black community, it's a reason.
There is a reason.
It's something that happened that triggered that act of violence. They're not just out here being serial killers and just killing people at random. There's some systemic issue within that community that triggered that level of violence, and it's deep. And most people are ill-equipped to talk about the basis and the roots of black on black crime. Yeah,
Yes.
you got to get real deep, and you got to strap in, because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be said that you're not going to like, and you're not going to agree with. But we all know that it exists. Our
You got to be.
community.
We have to be honest with each other. You see
Absolutely.
how do we expect to get past this and grow together if we want to make excuses and lie?
There
No.
you go. You
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 know,
just hit it. You hit the nail on the head. We can't even get an apology for slavery. They don't even want to talk about it.
won't even apologize.
They don't even want to talk about it. So you can't get to the healing until you admit to the wrong. You
Yeah.
know. So it's something that they want to teach their kids not to have white guilt, and they want to teach our kids not to use oppression as a crutch when the
Well,
oppression is systemic.
I hate to tell them, but these are white tea kids. They're about to learn the hard way, because they're not coming after us. They want them white kids out there picking. It ain't gonna be us. I'll be damned if any of us will allow our children to be out there picking anything. But they are trying to indoctrinate these kids into thinking that this is what they need to do. And it's crazy. And they're starting at, I'm going to send you guys, I have the video, and I wish I could play it, but it's on my phone. But I am going to be prepared to play it tomorrow. Or no, I may play it tomorrow, but it 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 shows how they have been planning on how to bring slavery back. And they even say it, we have to bring slavery back. And Mitch McConnell says, black people are not going to go for it, but the white ones will. So it's poor white people that he's after now. MAGA. He's not after us. He's after you. He wants poor white people to go out in them fields and pick cotton pick fruit, pick cotton, pick whatever for pennies. And you got to take it because you said you didn't want the Mexicans to have the job. It's the same job that the Mexicans was doing, and you're going to get paid the same amount that the Mexicans were getting paid. You said you wanted the job, MAGA. You get what you get and you don't have a fit. You asked for it. Anybody else? Anybody else? Speak up.
I think one of the things, and I'll say this. I mean, I know you guys fairly well. I know uh, what you've done in your life as far as gaining your goals, your career goals. And the thing is, when we look in the mirror, I never look in the mirror and say I did this on my own. Someone always paved the way and spilled some blood, some sweat, some tears for me to garner any level of success. And we're gonna have to harken back to the old days where we supported each other. Like the young girl that's trying to get her way through Howard. I'm gonna donate to her tonight when I get off,
Absolutely.
because that's the next generation. I didn't get where I'm at on my own, and I don't expect her to get to where she wants to get on her own.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be there to support her in any way I can, and I encourage anybody in the listening audience to do the same. If it's not her, it's somebody else that needs some advice. It doesn't have to be monetary. It could be guidance. It could be a shoulder to lean on. It could be a meal. But that's what we got to get back to. One of the Detroit Lions here in town received a $12.6 million signing bonus, and he deferred that bonus and took all of that money and is building housing for the unhoused. So we need more people in our
Wow.
community to do that. To just say,
Amazing.
I'm gonna take that 12.6, and I'm gonna do something that'll last way longer than me. The impact will last way longer than my football career. I'm gonna change people's lives. I'm gonna change trajectory of people's
What's his
lives.
name, DC?
That's Jameer Gibbs. And also, I know Miss Morningstar popped in the chat. Shador Sanders just put on a big event in one of the I guess I don't know the lay of the land in Cleveland, but I guess it's one of the more well known projects out there, low income housing, where they did free food, free haircuts, video
That's
games,
cool.
and all of that. So we need more of our people that have the access to give back, to really invest in our community.
Absolutely. I love it. I mean, this is what it's about. The one thing that I take away from doing the radio show is, we're on TikTok and we are TikTok creators and we have our own lives and we get the now, our information. But the one thing I love about the radio is we are able to spread information freely without having to worry about our pages getting taken down. And we can highlight our community and what is needed and how we can support. I will be donating to that young lady as well as soon as we get off of here. Ali, go ahead and drop the link in Signal. I don't know if you can drop it in the live chat, so if anybody comes on the live chat after we end, they can actually click on it as well and donate. But yes, we have to look out for the next generation. That young lady, she has her head on straight, and she said, it breaks my heart to see her cry because, all of us have cried. Let's talk about it. We've all cried because of what they're doing. And she's a baby and she deserves better. So we have to look out for each other. I'm so glad that, we do this. Thank you, brothers. I really am. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, DC. You guys are a blessing. I appreciate your support and I appreciate you talking to our community and keeping us on the right track and right path. Any last words?
Thank you for giving us a voice, sis. We
Absolutely.
appreciate you as well.
Absolutely.
Yes. Any last words before we wrap the show? It was a great show. Even though it did make me sad, Ali. I was about to cry. I'm like, don't cry on camera. Don't cry on camera.
Hey, I'm gonna come with emotion.
I was trying to hold it because my goodness, I'm a big softy. But go ahead, Reggie. Any last words, honey?
This too shall pass, you guys. Let's stay locked in, and just know that everything has a time and a season, and this also has a season. So,
absolutely. Thank you, Reggie. I'm gonna call you when I'm done tonight because I got your message.
Okay,
Any
sir.
last words, DC?
Yeah, again, I just want to reemphasize that we need to go into an internal, help system where we're looking out for each other. If someone's struggling, it can be something minimal. Everybody, knows your own personal limitation. Not asking you to exceed that, but if you see someone that looks like yourself, or even an ally that needs some help, reach out.
Absolutely. Please do. Ali Gold, any last words? Ali, any last words? He's trying to get it together,
Yeah, I was putting it in the description in
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
Yeah, just it doesn't have to affect you for you to be empathetic. I'm not going to school. I've finished that already.
Yeah.
I don't know her. I don't know her. I sent her a message. I said, "Hey, I'm doing a video trying to help you put your word out." And she probably don't need my help, but I don't think that's the mind frame to take, because everything helps, no matter how little it is. Because if everybody had the mind frame of, "Oh, she didn't need my help," she wouldn't have any help. So I sent her a message. I think she followed me back, which I followed her. I didn't ask her to follow me. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna try to do some stuff, and I'm gonna try to get your voice out there. I'm gonna try to reshare her stuff and do what I can on my platform to get her message out, because she looks like she's going to places where people need to hear her voice."
Absolutely. Reach one, teach one. I thank you guys so much. Thank you, WKRA 92.7 The Change, for giving us our voice. We truly appreciate you. Our family in Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee, have a wonderful day. We will be back tomorrow, and we're going to go through that big back bill of BS. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.